Welcome to today's Pantry Challenge. I'd like to thank Planalytics for getting on board and all the other people helping with this challenge. So today, what is in our box? So a staple from the food parcel is sausages. So I'm thinking today, the other thing is as well, potatoes. So I'm thinking we'll do sausage and mash with an onion gravy today. Right, so ingredients. Obviously I've got potato, and I'm not going to peel it and show you how to peel it and put it in the pan. Put a little bit of salted water and just boil those up. Sausages, we're going to pan fry and then finish them off in the oven. I've just got some milk, some butter, and some frozen veggies. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to get our sausages and fry them off.
Can I ask you a quick question, Anne?
Yep.
About the potatoes?
Yep.
How long do you think you need to boil them for to get a good soft potato?
I'd say at least 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, the best way to check is just to get a little knife.
Yep.
And then just put it in and make sure it falls off so it's nice and soft.
Right, lovely, thank you.
Yeah. So the sausage is going to be quite oily anyway, so I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of oil, a little bit of canola, olive, whatever you've got basically. And then we'll just put those in, and we're just going to get a little bit of colour on these. It's not quite as hot as I thought it was going to be. That's right. So yeah, and if your sausages need to, you can just give them a quick separation. So this is most probably one of my daughter's favourite little comfort food things. You know, it's winter time, well it feels like winter at the moment, it's about 11 degrees outside. Yeah, just pan fry your sausages off, and then we're going to finish them off in the oven. We're going to make a lovely mash with this today, with some milk and butter, but if you have a little bit of cream, you could always use a bit of cream. That's really nice too. So yeah, we're just going to sear that off, and then we're going to make a little onion gravy. So I'm literally just going to colour these off and then put them in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, and hopefully by that time we'll all be ready to finish.
I do like the sound of a frying sausage.
Yeah, you can't beat a good old sausage sizzle, can you?
No.
Bit of bread, bit of ketchup.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Basically we're just looking for a little bit of coloration on them. That's all, that one's nice there. Just a little bit more. And then we're literally going to whack them in the oven, and they can do their thing in there. You can forget about them.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't have an oven, you can just do it slowly on here, and about, I mean, just on a medium heat, and then just keep turning them and turning them and turning them.
Yep.
But if you've got an oven, just whack them in there like that. So I'll put the timer on for about 8 minutes.
And what temperature? About 180 or?
I've actually got that on 200, but 180, 200 it's fine.
Okay.
Right. So in here I've peeled the potatoes, I've just quartered them, and then put them in a little bit of salt in the water, and then just boil them up until they're cooked. So they're nearly about ready.
Yep.
And then in this pan here, I'm just going to make us a little onion gravy. I won't put it up too high. So we just get our onion, and we're just going to peel it and then slice it, and then caramelise it. So yeah.
Brings out the flavour, doesn't it, if you cook them for a nice long time, slowly?
Yeah,
yeah.
Slow and low, a little bit of salt, pepper, and even a little bit of sugar as well, just to sweeten it up. Again, there's lots of different ways to make the sauce for this. I mean, if you had a little bit of balsamic vinegar, you could just put a little bit of that in there when you're caramelising the onions to make a little balsamic gravy. If you've got a little bit of red wine, you could do that. A little beef stock or chicken stock or vegetable stock. So yeah, we just get the onion and just literally just going to slice it down like that.
I'd love to be able to slice onions that fast. Is it just practice?
It's just practice. That's it.
And a bit of technique.
Yeah. So literally, get your finger like thumb on the I call it the butter, the onion.
Yep.
and then put your fingers down like that. So basically, when you're coming down, you can't really slice into anything else. So,
trust me,
but
I'm sure I would.
So, and that's all it is. There we go.
Great.
So then again, we're just going to touch of oil in here, just to get them started. And then we'll crack our onions into there. And then again, while they're sizzling, just going to add a little bit of salt to draw out the moisture. So they start the caramelisation process quicker. And a little bit of pepper just for a little bit of spice. And we're just going to sweat those off. So yeah, once this has started to caramelise down nicely, then once that's happened, then you would add your balsamic vinegar, or if you've got say some white wine or red wine, or then you'd add that to it, basically. So these are just going to be cooking. While that's cooking, I'm going to finish off the potatoes here.
Okay.
So these are boiled now. I'm just going to get rid of the water. And as normal, I haven't got a lid, so
I don't know how you do it. You're going to burn yourself.
it's all part of the fun. So, and also another way as well, if you want to get rid of any excess water, you just put them back on the stove. You can put a lid on there, and just to get rid of any excess water, so it's not too. Just going to turn those down a little bit now. They're starting to caramelise a bit.
Some good flavours.
That's it.
Great smells going on.
You can't beat sausage sizzle with some caramelised onions. Right. So you see actually there's a little bit of steam coming out of it. So today I haven't got a masher, I haven't got a ricer, I haven't got a moolie.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is just use the back of this. This is like a little
rolling pin.
Rolling pin.
Yeah.
Just
That's
do
great.
that.
And you could use a fork, couldn't you?
You could use a fork.
Yep.
And otherwise as well, you could also, if you had a little bit of Glad wrap or whatever, you could always just use your fist.
Oh gosh, I hadn't even thought of that.
So obviously the best mash is without any lumps in.
Yep.
And if you was lucky enough to have a little bit of cream, you could do a luxurious one. So I would, just get a little bit of cream, reduce that down, and then add that to your potato.
Yep.
And obviously some butter and some milk.
Yep.
So yeah, we're sort of getting it into more of a paste now. Try and beat those lumps out of it.
Okay.
And there's nothing nicer than a nice mashed potato that's got no lumps in it. As I said today, we're doing it rustic style. But right. So you see these onions now, they're just starting to caramelise off, and then what I'm going to do is just going to add a little bit of stock. So I've got this is a little veggie stock cube here, so I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of that and just a little bit of water.
Okay. And what does that do? Just add some flavour, or?
Yeah, so basically we're just to make like a little gravy really.
Oh, I see, yes.
And then also once these sausages cook, we can actually use all the juices from that and add that to it, so we get all the sausage juices as well.
Okay.
So this is just basically making your little gravy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of milk to this, and just again add just a little bit at a time.
Yeah, because you don't want your mash too runny, do you?
No, that's it. I remember many years ago when I was working in the kitchen, and one of the guys was doing the staff food, which was a mashed potato, and we used to do it in these massive great big whisk machines, like to whisk out eggs. So literally, you could do like 15 gallons at a time.
Wow.
So he had all these potatoes in there, and then he put the whisk in to whisk up the mashed potato, and then he just put all this milk in there all at the same time, and it just become this big slop. And it just didn't unfortunately work that well. So as I say, little and often.
Yep. Okay.
So just add a small amount and then just beat the heck out of it, basically, to make sure there's no lumps. So with these sausages,
they look great.
now all I'm going to do is add this to that.
Okay.
So they call this, at the bottom here, it's like the sediment. They call it in France, they call it the souk. So that's what makes your sauce.
Oh, okay, like the lumpy bits.
Yeah, all the crispy bits on the bottom. Exactly.
Yum. That's sizzling away.
Right. So there you go. There's your sausages and your mash and your sauce.
Right.
And then I'm just going to do, again, in your food bag, you can get a few diced frozen veggies, just a little bit of butter. And again, just a little tiny bit of salt. And then we're going to plate it up.
Lovely.
Right, so. And again, the main thing with this is making sure it all tastes really good. It's having a little taste, make sure that's nicely seasoned.
What did you say last week?
Seasoned
taste.
That's it.
Oh, yum. So you even plate the mashed potato artistically. Well, jelly.
Oh, look, it's all going off now. It's all going off. Right. Okay. Right, look at the veggies. So yeah, it's also coming to that time of year now. It's getting towards Christmas time when food banks and food parcels are really needing support. So if you can drop off any tin produce or you can donate to them, it's a perfect time of year now to really help out the people in need.
That's a very good point, Anne. Yeah, absolutely. And even ring your food bank and ask them, you know, what do you need right now, or what might be nice, you know, addition to the food parcel. So
most definitely, it'd be much appreciated. So then just get onions.
Oh, yummy.
A bit of our liquor.
The jus. I was going to call it the jus.
Thank you. At least we've got somebody who knows what they're doing on this show. Awesome. Right, so here you have Ant's bangers and mash and a little onion gravy.
Wonderful.
Bon appetit.
Thank you, Anne.
Where are we?
Awesome.
Signing off. Happy cooking and have a great Christmas. And please, if you can, give a little. That would be great.